now the situation you see that we should realize that Allah is the one. If Allah helps you, no one can overcome you. And we see in the history of the Prophet, in the Battle of Badr, where Muslims were only 300 and the opposition was 3 times more, and they won the battle. So same thing, now you see what's happening in Afghanistan. For more than 20 years, they have spent more than $1 trillion, America. And finally they had to leave Afghanistan.
Taliban won against the strongest military in the world.
And they were the weakest country. Now what's happening in Iran? So with all the top fighter jet, F-35, F-16, F-15, and their radar, everything. And see, so the problem. Muslims should realize that the one who can protect us best is Allah. So if you go away from the teachings of Allah, so when we realize this, that Allah is the one who can, and when we start not fearing death. Now because we fear death, we are paying billions of dollars to the kuffar, non-Muslim protectors. When you don't fear death, so the Prophet said, Kahan will be in the Muslim. Love of dunya and fear of death. So the moment you start not loving dunya, that for me wealth is nothing. So if you start doing that wealth is nothing, you lead a simple life. I don't want a position, I don't want a seat, I want an akhirah. And then you stop fearing death. That's what happened. Taliban, they were not afraid. Iran is not afraid. So when they say that you're going to bombard the bridge or bombard the place where the nuclear site is there, they are making human chain. Imagine. Other people run away. That if they want to bombard, they run away. So they're making a human chain. That means they don't fear death. Oh, okay, we have differences with Iran. Correct? They have done their atrocities. But that is different. At this time, we should forget our differences.
Thank you. You're saying everything that I want.
We have differences. That's the different thing. So we're not going to talk about, see, at the time of the Sahabas, if you see the history of the Prophet and of the Sahabas had differences. Yeah. But when a third party came to take advantage, they said, you dare interfere between, we are brothers. We are Muslim. You know, we will sort it out among ourselves. You don't come and take advantage. So this is what we see in the history of the Sahabas. So I've got my, I'm reservation. But now, when Israel and America are attacking a Muslim country, how can we support?
Thank you. You're saying exactly what this whole message of my content is about, especially right now. So I got a lot of people upset in the GCC. They're saying, well, why are you talking positively about the people of Iran? Well, clearly they don't fear.
Allah says that. Allah says in the Quran that a one on whom zulm is done, mazlum is called, on whom oppression is done. If the oppression is dua, even if he's a non-Muslim, hypothetically I agree they're non-Muslim. You understand, no? One on whose oppression is done, Allah listens to the dua of the oppressed person. And if a non-Muslim country is just, Allah will support that. And if a Muslim country is doing injustice, Allah will support the non-Muslim country which is on justice rather than a Muslim country which is doing injustice. And Ibn Taymiyyah said this. So there are verses in the Quran. So based on the Quran and Hadith, there are differences. That is a different chapter. That doesn't mean I agree with them 100%.
Right.
At this time, there is zulm done on them. They are being killed, whether it be Gaza, whether it be Iran. And how can we just neglect it? That doesn't mean I'm agreeing with them 100%. This time, we have to be united.
Thank you, yes.
We have to be united.
Thank you.
And you see, that's what the Quran says. That's what the Prophet did. That's what the Sahabas did.
Yes.
That's what the Khulafa Rashidin did.
Yes.
So why are we, the problem is we are afraid of death. That's it. And see what's happening now. With all the latest technology, latest radar system, billions of dollars, they're spending more than $1 billion a day to survive. Right. And they're using cheap drones of 20,000.
50K drones, 5K drones.
20,000 drones, and they're attacking $1 billion.
Right, destroying.
And this is the thing that we should not love this world. We should be more bothered that our final destination is Akhirah.